The Ultimate Trivia Podcast.
Welcome to the Ultimate Trivia Podcast, the show where knowledge is power and laughter is the only reward. I'm your host, Andy. We got the whole crew here with us, as we always do. Kelly, how you feeling tonight?
I love you guys.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, it's been a minute.
That's right. Scotty.
I love you guys as well, but I do feel the need to see other people.
Okay. Well, I'll allow that.
Story of my life.
Brian, do you love us?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
You tell me that.
Now
You're not
ask,
afraid.
Now ask Nick.
Now the real question. Nick, how do you feel about the guys you're sitting with?
Say it.
You guys are nice. I like all of these. I appreciate everything you said.
Say it.
Can I jump in real quick? I think I'm the only guy who got an I love you from Nick ever.
I know.
It was an
I've heard the
accident.
story.
Doesn't
you can-
count.
He tripped.
Okay, we're going to hug as soon as this is over.
Yeah.
I tripped, I fell, and I love you fell out.
We got to get more beer in that glass, I think, before
Maybe.
we can get some more. All right. We've got a great trivia. We are going to fill our bellies with some delicious trivia today, Scott.
Come on, man.
It's miserable.
This is a food trivia.
It might be.
If it's not,
You would think Scott would like these more.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I just have an open mind. This
Okay.
one's not going to be so bad.
Okay.
I promise you. But we're going to jump to our question of the week, and it comes directly to our email. I love this. It is so ridiculous that I can't wait to talk about it. How do you feel about birds? How do you
Look over here. Look over here. Look over here.
How do you feel about birds?
I'll jump in. I'll jump in first.
All right, B.
No interest. I could care less about birds. I find them more of an annoyance than anything because they poop on cars and sidewalks and everything else. I really don't. I could care less about birds.
How do you feel if you, chop the wings off and deep fry them, for example?
Then we're talking.
Okay,
Now we got something going.
food, not friends. I'm with you, B.
food, not
Yeah.
pets. So, I mean, that's a broad topic. I mean, if you really start to dive into the thought process,
I'm going to go like more of a like an outdoorsman type. Mm-hmm. Like birds are very, very good for the environment, especially an outdoorsman. But birds, I mean, they tell you a lot. They can
Guy's an
see.
idiot.
Wait a minute. You talked to birds?
I just heard it was the word.
well done. Well done.
But I mean, they can tell you a lot. You know, if birds are chirping, they can tell you if there's predators around. If you're out hunting, in the safari, the wild, there's a lot of information by their calls and what they tweet about.
Yeah. There
And so it's just if you know about birds, you have an upper hand in the outdoors world.
I believe at one point we had a question on what bird or what animal would we like to be reincarnated as, if that was true.
Right.
Kelly and I both chose birds, if I recall correctly.
Caw-caw.
There you
right.
go.
Oh, I mean, I understand that. Like flying, yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be my big thing. Yeah, flying, that'd be
Scott
great.
wouldn't like it so much, I don't think.
No. Free to heights. I'll tell you what I think about birds.
Okay.
Terrifying.
I can't wait.
They're terrifying.
They're terrifying.
They're dinosaurs.
So one time, my wife and I were like on a walk, and you get these just flock of birds where there's just like thousands.
Flock of seagulls.
Sure. And I looked at Cindy. I go, I know where Hitchcock got the idea for
Sure.
the movie Birds. If those birds wanted to just attack somebody, they would rip your flesh off in a matter of seconds.
I mean,
So, I mean,
Good thing they're bird brained.
right.
hey-o.
Yeah. So I think, kind of scary when you think about it. They could turn on us at any point.
Sure. I mean, wouldn't that be true of like ants too? I mean,
Yeah.
Any creature, really?
yeah.
Yeah. But of all the animals that we might encounter in our daily lives, they're the only ones that you could argue would do that, right? You're not going to have a pack of wolves coming across a cornfield and attack us. It would be
Not in southern Illinois, at least.
yeah, but we get fields of birds that could just attack at any moment.
Yeah.
So I would say, what do I think about birds? They're terrifying.
You paint a bleak picture.
Yeah,
man.
it does.
Nicholas, you have established yourself as the chef of the group.
Sure.
Although I'm still prepared to challenge you in an Iron Chef battle.
No, you're not. But keep going.
How many different birds have you either cooked or eaten in your lifetime?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to go that route. I don't think a ton.
Chicken and turkey.
Chicken, obviously.
We can get on
Turkey,
board with.
obviously. Duck.
Yeah, good.
That's
Me too.
duck.
Quack.
Goose.
What?
Quail.
Yes. Quail. There's something else
Goose?
I'm missing.
Christmas goose,
I
maybe?
can't say I've ever had goose.
Squab.
Pheasant.
Pheasant.
Pheasant does sound right. But
Cornish game hen. It's just a little chicken.
that's just a little chicken, though, isn't it?
count.
Yeah. I wouldn't say a ton. I really don't know how many are on the culinary chart for birds that people
Bald
eat.
eagle?
Delicious.
We were in international waters, so it was okay at that time. They couldn't prosecute.
Wait a minute, is that how you got bald, Brian? You ate a bald eagle?
Has anybody been pooped on by a bird?
Oh yeah, more than once actually.
Twice.
Twice? How many for you, Doc?
Yeah, at least twice. I know it's more than once, which is ridiculous.
11 times.
What?
That's
How do you know that number?
Because it got
Great
to
question.
a point where I was like, man, I'd been pooped on like 4 times. So
Oh,
like
wow.
I knew that, and then I just keep track from there.
It was a
One.
busy Saturday. That's why. That's all he knows the
I
number.
can only
It was
remember
one
one.
day.
He was in the birdhouse at the zoo. It was one day.
They know you can't shoot them, so they're just gonna keep pooping on it.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, that's part of why this question spoke to me. Is Saturday opens my turkey season. So
Oh, okay.
with any luck, starting next week, you guys are going to have to find something new to make fun of me about.
I don't feel like the turkeys are losing
come
sleep
home.
about this.
No, they're not.
I love it. Any
One
final
time.
thoughts on birds?
Bird got me once on my bald head, though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and that splatters too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wiped it right off, though.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't have hair. It's one of the positives of being bald. When you get
Actually,
pooped on by a
it'd
bird.
be worse than the hair. You're right.
No,
That's true. It's a
Get
good
a,
call.
get a
Good call.
wet nap. Wipe it off.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a neat freak, so as soon as it hits me, I need a shower.
Oh, yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
well,
Like my day's over, I'm going home to
A good steam.
get a shower. Yeah,
Your day is over.
yeah, my day's over.
Like if Nick can't get his.
Yeah.
Same with me. Yeah. They seem somewhat related.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's about all there is to say about birds. There's so
More than I thought we'd ever say about
flamingos, seagulls, pigeons, blackbirds, the turkey.
Who cares?
Okay. Well,
Crow.
I guess that's how you feel about.
They've never done anything good for me. Birds have done bad stuff to me. So, yeah.
I mean, chicken wings, and I think you just got a bunch of eggs from the Thompson farm.
Yeah, sure.
Dead birds.
Yeah.
Chicken wing. I mean, you know, I mean,
Dead bird. Yeah.
Dead bird. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Casey, for submitting that question. As ridiculous as it was, we like the more ridiculous type questions, the would you rathers, the what are your feelings on, that sort of thing. So by all means, send them in to our email address, theultimatetriviapodcast@gmail.com. We got a website you can submit. You got a form there, and then all of the social medias. Today's trivia topic. This is something that all of you, maybe not in definition, but have had deep experience with. We're going to explore the world of Italian cuisine.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay?
Wow. I didn't know there was enough for a whole trivia.
Waiting for some
Oh,
reaction.
sure there is.
Come on, you bet.
Oh.
Like 5.
It's an abbreviated trivia.
Wow. You sold me, Scott.
Very good.
It's all just different kinds of noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there are a lot of noodles.
Right.
And I tried very hard, just a quick spoiler alert, that to find some form of like actual pasta Bible amount for the trivia question or the tiebreaker question. And I couldn't find a locked in answer. So
Well, I will say as I get older, I have a hard time stomaching pasta.
really
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. That's the old man talking right
That
there.
is
But I mean, it is
definitely
like
old man.
It is like an acid reflux.
You have.
Kicker.
Is it the-
so? Are you telling me you have a gluten allergy?
No, I think
Okay.
I just
Is it the
have
is
an
it
old
the
man
noodles?
allergy.
Or is
Yeah.
it the
The pasta or the sauce?
the
It's sauce.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, me too.
Is this when you make it at home or when you eat it anywhere?
Anywhere, just
Okay.
the sauce.
How late in the day matter? How
Oh my goodness.
anything
Think
after
so? Yeah, I
7
would,
o'clock?
So
yeah, I would
old.
think so. Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, I had spaghetti. I'm gonna have to sleep in the recliner tonight. Oh, it's gonna be a burner.
Oh, well, classic Italian cuisine is celebrated for its rich flavors and diverse ingredients, deeply rooted in the country's history and regional traditions. From the robust pastas of the north to the fresh seafood of the south, Italian food emphasizes simplicity and quality. Key ingredients include tomatoes, olive oil, garlic, various herbs, which form the backbone of many beloved dishes. Italian meals often feature fresh, seasonal produce and are accompanied by regional wines. We will not be diving into the world of wines, although that's not a bad trivia topic
Yeah.
that we would
Yeah.
all probably stink at because
Right.
we've covered
But we could get a nice bottle of wine and drink it as we go.
could put Nick's idea into mine and have 10 of them lined up.
Yeah, if we're doing drinks or food, we should have said drinks or food.
Yeah.
Get ourselves a nice box of Franzia.
The good stuff.
There's nothing like a box of wine to wash it all down. Huh? All right. How's everybody feeling having heard the synopsis?
About as bad as my acid reflux after I ate pasta. So
Hungry, but not confident in my skills on this topic.
Are we handing the victory to Nick pregame?
Pretty much.
No.
I wouldn't do that.
Nick or Kelly, I think, is a safe bet.
Okay. I don't know. Brian is tied heavily into the mob scene. At least he likes to think so.
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
You gotta love it.
He's going to have
You
to
gotta
answer for at least 5 of the questions.
gotta love a culture where the fatter you are, the cooler you are. You guys just munching on some sausage.
It's a great culture, baby. Let's do it. It's time for the main event, our 10-question trivia game on Italian cuisine. Here's how it works. I'll read the questions aloud. You will write your answers on your whiteboards. When I say reveal, you'll show your answers. If you get it right, you get a point. And if you don't, well, we'll make fun of Scott for it. Nick, you on the scoreboard?
Get it.
All right. Question number 1. What sweet, crispy Italian treat is filled with rich ricotta and a chocolate mixture, making it a favorite dessert for special occasions? Nick was quick on the board.
The only thing I could think of. Read it again.
Yeah, read it again, please.
Okay, here we go. What sweet, crispy Italian treat is filled with a rich ricotta and a chocolate mixture, making it a favorite dessert for special occasions?
Ricotta.
Ricotta.
I want you to
Italian.
do the
I
whole
have no-
do the whole show in Italian.
In Italian?
Try it. Why not?
Okay, I'll try and
It'll be
it won't
terrible. It's
last
gonna be
long,
terrible.
but we're going to try. I don't want to offend our Italian listeners. We are in Italy, by the way.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So don't do that.
All right, Brian, what do you got, kid?
We're in Scott's basement.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's have them. Okay. We're ready to go. We do, in fact, have cannoli all the way around the room.
Wow.
Everybody's on the
All
board.
right.
There will be no Dr. Offers this
Nice.
evening.
Dr. Offers. I like that.
Yeah. Feeling good, though.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Locked and loaded
One on the board.
Italian
That was a
cuisine.
complete guess. I'm surprised I got that.
Is that right?
I wanted to go with churro. I'm like, that's not quite Italian.
Sound
I
Italian.
immediately thought of the Saturday Night Live skit. Do you remember that with Adam Sandler and Chris Farley's the wife? Holy
Yes.
cannoli.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of immediately.
One of the, I mean, it's not unappreciated. It's regularly recited, but one of the most underrated lines from a movie, from The Godfather. There's just such a narrative behind it. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yes.
They don't care that they just murdered somebody.
Right.
Just grab the tasty dessert. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. Well, cannolis are not just desserts. They are a taste of Italian heritage wrapped in a crispy pastry. Traditionally from Sicily, these delightful pastries are filled with a sweetened ricotta mixture and sometimes dotted with chocolate chips. It's no wonder they're a hit at any celebration. Anybody had them?
Oh yeah.
Never had a cannoli.
For sure.
I wasn't
Yeah,
that impressed
absolutely.
with them. They're good, but I don't
Had
think,
one.
I
I
don't see a
think
big
they're
deal.
good, but they're not like fantastic.
No.
I mean, that's my opinion. They're good though. I like them. Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to get one in Little Italy in Manhattan, walking back to the hotel after Arsenal soccer match. You're welcome. Scott's asleep already.
Yeah, if there's some authentic pizza from Sabaros.
Yeah, it's my favorite New York style pizza joint. That's a great line from The
I
Office.
love that.
actually.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I was. Yeah, I love that.
that's good stuff. All right, moving on to question number 2. Which vibrant Italian sauce, brimming with tomatoes, garlic, and basil, is the heart of many pasta dishes? Tomatoes, garlic, and basil. It is at the heart of many pasta dishes. Nick, you feel good here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian?
Educated guess.
Okay. You're locked. We're locked eyes here, brother.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
feel good about that.
Yeah.
Scotty, did you write something?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at Scott. Oh, dear Lord. All right. Which vibrant Italian sauce brims with tomatoes, garlic, and basil, and is the heart of many pasta dishes? Marinara from Nick, from Scott, from Kelly, from Brian. We're 2 for 2, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I love it. Look at that. Look at that.
Just waiting for the other shoe to drop because I know it's coming.
Well, obviously, we're not all going 10 for 10, but yeah. Marinara comes in many forms, right? And what we often just call tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Or what, gravy, I believe, is how it is
I've
commonly
seen
referred
that.
to.
That's what the Italian culture calls
gravy.
gravy.
Called gravy, yeah.
That's the base, right? I mean, that's
Let's
always
say like a red gravy
The
or
red
white,
sauce.
like for like fettuccine, like white gravy.
gravy.
Yeah.
That blew me away when I first heard it.
Nick, do you make your own?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figured
Not
you did.
every time, but often. Yeah.
Okay.
With meat?
Like, are you crushing tomatoes?
I have.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Okay.
stewing
I have.
and crushing tomatoes. That
Yes.
is next
I have.
level.
Yeah, I have
Bravo.
definitely done that. But
Wow.
they're starting
I
to
think
come out with some
we're,
better sauces.
I have a request for the next guys trip, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say my sauce is as good as store bought or anything, but they're coming out with better stuff that is
Yeah.
all
Yeah, I
organic.
hear
So
you. Yeah.
we don't mind buying it as much, but I have definitely made my own.
Stand behind your sauce, Nick.
Well, it's not something I've ever honed.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay.
Make me some homemade T-Rabs and your
you go.
sauce,
Now we're talking
and
a lot.
then I'll judge.
Very good. Well, marinara sauce is like a warm hug of Italian cuisine, a staple that turns a simple bowl of pasta into a comforting meal. Its fresh, tangy flavors come from the classic trio of tomatoes, garlic, and basil, ingredients that have been adored for generations. All right. I was going to ask everybody what your favorite pasta dish is, but it's a little early in the trivia for that one, so
Yeah.
we'll just keep it rolling. Number 3. Which beloved Italian dish features layers of pasta, savory meat sauce, and gooey cheese, making it the ultimate comfort food? Spelling counts. No, I'm kidding.
Does not.
It does not.
Does not. I wrote it in Italian.
I like that. Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk in
funny.
Italian. I forgot to talk
If
in
I'm
Italian.
correct, this is one of my least favorite Italian dishes.
Yeah. Well,
Not a fan.
it just has such a wide variety. We should probably
Sure.
wait until we get to the answer to discuss
Well, wait.
that part.
Yeah, I had a comment, but we'll wait.
Yeah, wait it out. All right, everybody's ready on the board. We're talking layers of pasta, meat sauce, and gooey cheese. What's the comfort food? We got lasagna from Nick and Scott and Kelly. Real cheese.
Real G's move in silence like
nice.
lasagna.
I don't know the reference.
That's a rap
That's a
line.
Lil Wayne.
Ah, very good. And Brian does have lasagna. We are 3 for 3 on the board.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to get worried
It's not my favorite, but I was
that
going
I
to say
made this
my
too easy
least
for
favorite.
Scott.
Least favorite.
Don't worry.
not
it's
my
gonna happen.
favorite, but I will say my sister-in-law, Scott's wife, she makes good lasagna.
Oh, I love lasagna. My mom,
She makes very good
and my
lasagna.
sister now makes a great lasagna.
Many variations to it.
I make a white one.
Well, see, that's the thing,
Yeah.
though. So it's not like my favorite, but you can do a lot of things with it to make it
yeah.
different.
Sometimes-
You know
Oh,
what I
sure.
mean? So that's makes it
Yeah.
more enjoyable, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Versatility.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
drier.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's saucier.
Yeah. Yep.
Cheesier. More meat. Sausage. No meat. You use,
No meat. That's just stupid.
well, you know.
I mean, you can use different meats.
you
too.
can use
Oh, yeah. No, I
zucchini
mean, yeah.
in place of the noodles. I mean, there's so many ways.
To me,
do it.
the key is for it not to come out soupy.
Oh, see, I kind of like
Yeah.
soupy because
Oh,
now I
okay.
got garlic bread and I got something to dip my garlic bread
that's
into.
good.
Am I
That's
saying?
good. Yeah, it's
Come
good
on.
call.
Chef's kiss.
you go thicker, and then you have extra marinara that you
Yeah,
pour on
on the
top.
side.
That's how you make it.
That's a good point.
That way it holds up the structures there.
Well, you know, marinara's tomatoes, garlic, and basil.
Very good. Yeah, we learned
Kind
something.
of like Taco Bell. It's the same dish, just in different styles.
yeah, rearranged. That's right. All right. Well, and this first sentence is lasagna is the epitome of Italian comfort food. It is absolutely a top 5, might be on the Mount Rushmore of just comfort food in general for me. Well, as I said, lasagna is the epitome of Italian comfort food with its layers of rich meat sauce and melty cheese. Each fork is a bit of heaven that's been perfected over centuries. Whether it's homemade or from your favorite Italian restaurant, it is always a crowd pleaser. Can't say that I know anybody that doesn't like lasagna. Might not be your first choice.
Probably my last choice when it comes to
Not like it.
Italian cuisine.
I like it. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I make fire lasagna. I'm just not a fan of it.
Prove it. Pics
Yeah.
or it didn't happen.
My white
or no,
lasagna is
a
legit.
fork in my mouth or it didn't happen. All right. This one might separate a few of you. Number 4. What key herb essential to making a fragrant pesto sauce brings the essence of Italian gardens to your plate? We are looking for the key herb. We're making a vibrant, fragrant pesto sauce. What's the herb? All right, this one's got a little more thought. I think I saw Scott write something down, though.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Deal. Brian is deep in thought. Kelly is finally moving to the board.
I wrote one down and I erased it. I think I'm going with the
Second choice, or are you going back to the original?
I'm going with the second choice.
No, it's a terrible decision.
You know, it feels good sitting here because I have no idea. So I don't have any.
okay.
There's no second guessing because I don't know.
I got
Gotcha.
2 in my head and stick with 1.
Okay. All right. One final time. We're making a pesto sauce. We want to know what is the key herb to bringing that to life. Let's see the boards.
I have no idea.
Got basil from Nick, oregano from Scott, oregano from
I spelled
Kelly,
it very wrong.
oregano from Brian. It is basil in
It is?
fact. Yes,
Oh,
it
I
is.
hate you.
I thought about basil, but since we said it a few times in the first, the other, you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
it's probably something else.
That's why I was thinking oregano. I always get hung
Yeah.
up on it being mentioned in a question earlier.
Yeah, that's why I was. Yeah,
I want to punch
Yeah.
Nick.
But when I think about making pesto, yeah, basil.
Wait, so you pivoted off of oregano because it was mentioned in an earlier question?
No, basil.
I did.
Oh, basil.
Like
was.
basil
I
was
did.
my
it
original
was.
answer.
Okay.
Basil's the first thing that popped in my head, but I'm like, well, we just talked a bunch about
talked
basil,
about
so I
marinara.
didn't.
Wow.
So I didn't answer.
Yeah.
But so I tried to
Never
think something
occurred to me.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't go oregano is because you don't use you may use oregano in it, but you're not having enough to make it green the way it does basil does.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why I stuck with it.
Isn't pesto sauce usually green colored?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a sun-dried tomato variation on pesto that is obviously a deep red, but that's
You know I don't speak Italian.
well, basil is the aromatic star of Italian cuisine, lending its fresh, peppery flavor to pesto and countless other dishes. This herb, with its bright green leaves and fragrant aroma, is the symbol of Italian summer gardens and culinary traditions. In its simplest form, a pesto is basil, garlic, parmesan, pine nuts, and olive oil.
Pine nuts threw me off.
Pine nuts should be toasted a tick, and they make plenty of other kind, walnut pesto, all kinds of different stuff. But yeah, that's the
So when you-
fresh and
What do you call them? Nuts on the wall.
Walnuts.
I'm not going to finish the joke.
So I was just, so I used to work with a guy. He was a priest, and he studied at the Vatican. And what he told me about Italy, though, is like when you think of Italian food, very rich and this kind of thing. He's like, but that's only in certain parts. He's like, Rome. He's like, it's really bland. He's like, the food.
really?
Yeah, that region is like. He said Sicily down there, yes, and up north, but like where Rome is, that area. He said the food's it's not very good. It's very bland. So it's not. You know what I'm saying? Is not a whole. It's not the whole
It's
country.
not,
there.
not
It's-
one size fits all.
Yeah, it
Plus,
depends where you're at
We're used to American.
and where you're
Italian
at in
food.
Italy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's the other thing. He did say that too, though. Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Fazoli's, Olive Garden. You know.
Exactly.
all
The hits.
all the high-end places, right? I do, and this is pretty off topic actually, but do listeners, I'd love for you to let us know, those of you in non-American countries, do they have like American restaurants the way we would go to an Olive Garden and say, I'm in the mood for Italian tonight?
Yeah, it's McDonald's. It's like everywhere.
Like there's not even an Applebee's. I can't even get like a hot burger. It's got to be under a warmer.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let us know.
Good question.
Hit us up, listeners.
Applebee's and internet. I don't care about Applebee's. You know what I mean?
Speaking of which,
is there a
Olive
Morton
Garden
Steakhouse
just-
somewhere?
Olive Garden just got dethroned this year. Like they've been the number one casual dining restaurant for like 7 straight years.
Really?
And I guess Texas Roadhouse beat them out this year.
That's
Yeah,
hard.
finally got dethroned.
That's a strong steak for a reasonable price right there. Texas Roadhouse, if you're listening, we'd love for you to sponsor us in gift cards and rolls. That's all we want.
I'd rather have the Olive Garden. Whatever.
Okay.
Well, I'm fine with them too, for what it's worth. All right, moving on to number 5. We'll get a score check after this one. What classic Italian pasta dish, often featuring a creamy sauce made with eggs, pancetta, and cheese, is known for its indulgence and rich flavor? A personal favorite of mine, which doesn't give anything away to these guys. I don't think I've ever been in an Italian restaurant with any of them, but this is probably my favorite pasta. We'll read it again while
Please do.
answers are going. What classic Italian pasta dish, often featuring a creamy sauce made with eggs, pancetta, and cheese, is known for its indulgent and rich flavor? There's commonly a couple of other ingredients unmentioned there. That's probably, maybe that's not a hint. Nobody's going back to the board there. All right, we got answers on boards. Let's see them. We got a carbonara from Nick, a primavera from Scott, a fettuccine from Kelly, and a fettuccine Alfredo from Brian. Man, Nick is holding his title. It is carbonara, in fact.
The pancetta is what got me. I was like, it can't be Alfredo.
So yeah, pancetta, peas, and mushrooms are common ingredients there. And yeah, the if you've ever seen it made properly, it is a raw egg yolk that is just delicately broken over the pasta and allowed to kind of run into it. But you got to be careful because you don't want to scramble the egg. I mean,
got to temper it.
Very good stuff.
It's good.
Anybody else? It's a creamy kind of sauce.
I blacked out. I don't know what you just said.
Try to remember the old sandwich place
This will change your life, man.
that we had around here. They had a chicken carbonara sandwich.
Quiznos?
Quiznos. That was one of the most fire sandwiches I've ever
There
had.
you go.
Chicken carbonara sub.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The Spaghetti Factory has a really good tortellini carbonara. That's one of my
Another destination when Italians come to America, the place that they want to hit.
The Spaghetti Factory.
Hey, no, what I say, Spaghetti Factory, Cheesecake Factory is what I meant, by the way.
Didn't help your argument.
That's even
that
worse,
doesn't
I
help.
realize.
That
But
does
the
not help.
Cheesecake Factory has an awesome carbonara.
You just missed him.
Bill Burr does a great bit about
I've seen that.
cheesecake. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
That's good. That's 5 questions, Nick. Where do we stand here, brother?
All right.
What's up, trivia nerds? We got new merch. You want to be a part of the crew? Head on over to theultimatetriviapodcast.com and click that link. But you got a small business just like us? Even a family get-together? Head on over to Warrior Logo Wear and they can hook you right up. All right, let's get back to the episode.
3-way tie for second. Scott, Kelly, and Brian all have 3.
What?
And I have 5. 5 for 5, gentlemen.
5. Anybody
Okay.
want to draw
Wipe
attention
the,
to
wipe,
it?
wipe the little smirk off your face.
Oh, I'm happy about it, man.
Why don't you kick him in the shin underneath the table there?
It's been a while since he's won, so
Really?
he's
I knew that was
feeling
going to,
it.
you're going to say
Remember the Titans when they went to the restaurant to eat for free? Was that an Italian thing?
Yes. Yeah.
unnecessary.
30 or 50 or whatever number we're on in a row. Yeah, whatever. All right. Moving on to question number 6. Which Italian cheese, renowned for its nutty, sharp taste, is frequently grated over pasta to enhance its flavor? So we are looking for the name of a cheese. Okay. Lots of marker activity. So we got an idea on an Italian cheese. I got to believe this one is going to get us all back on the winning ways. Got boards being set down. All right. Let's read it one final time. Which Italian cheese, renowned for its nutty, sharp taste, is frequently grated over pasta to enhance its flavor? Let's see the boards. Sure enough, we got Parmesan all the way around.
yeah.
You know what
And
threw me
that's-
off though? Did you say nutty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really commonly referred to as a
Oh, just-
nutty cheese.
And I never thought of it
Yeah,
like that.
I've heard
That's,
it.
I mean, threw me. I knew what it was, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
what?
I've heard it referenced that way
Yeah.
many, many
Yeah,
times.
I got it.
You may not notice it if you're just eating that powdered stuff out of the green can, Brian.
Hey,
Like they're talking about real
No,
Parmesan.
I've had real Parmesan.
Good
I just don't
too,
think of
man.
a nutty though. That doesn't cross my brain when I'm thinking of
have you
Parmesan
ever
cheese. That's all.
have you ever had?
No.
I don't know. No, never. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I call something else nutty cheese, but it's
Okay,
neither here nor there.
and we're back.
It's there.
No, but like it's a hard cheese, which
Yeah.
is if you never handled anything other than what's in the green can, you wouldn't know. But it's like solid as a rock almost, you know.
Solid.
Not a creamy cheese. No.
Well, even when you get it in the green can, a lot of times it's like a rocks in there.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
shake it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. The Parmesan is like the finishing touch to any Italian dish, offering a sharp, nutty flavor that elevates the meal to new heights. This aged cheese, often grated generously over pasta, brings a rich, savory depth that's simply irresistible.
Good on pizza.
I mean, one of my
Get some
favorite
fresh
meals
red pepper.
Oh, yeah.
that we make at home. We often do it on Mondays. We call it Meatball Mondays, but it's just frozen meatballs, spaghetti, butter, and Parmesan.
Okay.
And then pepper. I put pepper on there too.
Nice.
All right.
Phenomenal. Give it a shot. A little, you really want to kick it up, a little barbecue sauce. And I know that's way out of
right,
left field.
wow.
It's-
Whoa, you lost me. You lost me.
That's different, but I'll try it.
No, you won't.
You
No.
gained
I'll try
a
anything.
listener
I'll
in
try-
me, Andy. You can put barbecue on anything.
Amen to that.
Now
man.
we're back.
Oh wow.
I'll try anything once.
How about your baked potato?
What?
Barbecue sauce
sure,
and drizzle.
why
I mean,
not?
it's amazing. Barbecue sauce is awesome. It's the
fine
best
if you have-
condiment.
If you have pulled pork on top of the
Well, yeah,
potato,
that works
then you have
too.
barbecue.
No.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah, you got
That is
something
good.
there, Nick.
But just
You got
just
something.
regular barbecue on top of potato?
No, you got to do Stubbs hot.
wrong with you people?
Stubbs spicy barbecue sauce. That's it.
The sweet-
Greatest
this-
barbecue
yeah, no,
sauce
just
ever
spicy.
made. I just learned about it on the last guy's show.
Hey, you're
Stumpy
welcome.
Hot, the spicy stumps or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
yeah.
I've
that's-
been buying it ever since.
I know. That's
Love
when we were
it.
up late.
Fire.
We were up late that night, and you were drinking it out of
Yeah.
the bottle. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
So
Jason, I
good.
got to make wings
There's
tomorrow.
photographic
So good.
evidence of that, actually.
There, I think there is.
I know
There
there is. All right, we're moving on to question number 7.
He was drinking it like a Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to our perfect game buster of the week.
Uh-oh.
Number 7. In which sun-drenched Italian city did the pizza margherita, with its simple yet delicious toppings, make its debut? We're looking for an Italian city. Which sun-drenched Italian city did the pizza margherita, with its simple yet delicious toppings, make its debut?
That's tough.
Is it?
Is it?
Well, not okay for me. It is. I don't. All right.
I think it is.
I just guessed the city. I, don't,
Is it in Italy?
This guy.
I hope
Maybe.
so. I hope so. If
It'd
it's
be really
not,
embarrassing. I mean,
I will check out for the next two or three questions.
It's not the first time. Although it's not because I've pissed you off. Not yet, anyway. We're still good.
It's not you that pisses me off. It's me that pisses me
Okay,
off.
fair enough.
Yeah.
No idea, Nick?
Just guessing.
Right in
Just
the
one-
perfect
yeah.
game
Right.
there.
straight guess.
You know, I'm not that good at knowing the geography, and because you said, some of the details you gave me,
yeah.
if I knew Italy really well, I might have been able to figure out what those.
Fair enough.
I'm
Are
guessing.
You, are you sure your city's in Italy?
50-50. I think so. Yes.
Oh, man, I hope
That's
it's not.
that's a fair question. Because I started second guessing under what Kelly said. I'm like, wait, is that? We'll find out. I don't know.
No, I have no idea. It's
All right. So where did Pizza Margherita get its start? Let's see those boards. We got Sicily from Nick, Florence from Scott, Tuscany from Kelly, Vienna from Brian. Man, we hit a bunch of them. I'm afraid Vienna's in Austria, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I started thinking it after Kelly said something.
Just thinking about Vienna sausages.
Sicily's an island.
That's
Is it a city? Is it a city?
It's
An island.
Is it its own country or is it a part of Italy?
It's an island.
I know it's an
in
island.
Italy.
Is it in Italy? Is it a part of the nation of Italy?
That's where Sicilians come from.
Yeah.
The Italian
to be
mob.
made in
Yeah, but
the
they call them Sicilians. They don't call them Italians.
to
I
become
don't
a
think
made
it's a country though.
Okay, I don't think so.
to become a made member of the mafia. You have to trace roots on both sides. Back to
100%.
Sicily.
It's-
Both
that's
your
a
mom
real
and
thing.
your dad. Yes, no, it's real.
Wow.
If you get made, you have to.
He saw
the
it.
roots have to be.
He saw it in a movie.
Yeah, so
I
it's
saw it
real.
in a documentary and some other.
I'm
I
gonna
watch
say-
all that stuff.
Yeah, Sicily's is Italian.
Well, the
yeah.
listeners are dying to know what the right answer is.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let's do that.
It's Naples. Naples
Okay.
is the right
Oh,
answer.
okay.
There you go.
Mad about that one?
A little bit. Not really.
Yeah, well, Tuscany. I like that answer.
That was a good one. I like.
I think that's a region. Is that? I think
It's a
that's
region.
a region.
I know there's a Tuscan region. Yeah.
Did you just fact that?
Sicily is part of Italy.
Sicily is.
What I was looking up.
Gotcha.
But Tuscany is a region.
There's not a single house available for rent in all of Tuscany.
Nice.
You're welcome,
Good quote.
Seinfeld reference.
Well
Kelly
played.
doesn't
Well
get that.
played.
Thank you. Well, Naples is where pizza dreams come true, the birthplace of the iconic pizza margherita. This vibrant city has given the world a dish that's both simple and sublime. With its fresh tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil, it's a celebration of Italian ingredients and culinary creativity. I don't know how creative it is. You're just slapping some stuff on a pizza.
Any idea when pizza was first invented? Did you get that far in your?
I have the answer to when this pizza was invented in Naples, but I cannot reveal
Pizza
that
comes from
just yet.
China.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Some of
Maybe.
the original pizzas just cheese and sauce. No
Marco.
toppings.
Yeah,
Polo.
yeah, pizza pie.
Yeah,
Or even
just
Chicago
basic.
style is commonly just the
like
cheese and the
tavern
sauce.
style.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they throw some sausage
Yeah.
actually in the crust in the Chicago style.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do.
I love it. I love Chicago. Thank you, Kelly.
Now the original. You saying you like the deep dish? Because
I really like the
original
Chicago
Chicago style's tavern skinny pizza.
I did not know that. I like the
Skinnies.
deep dish
Yeah.
Chicago style.
And I like tavern style too, though. I mean, I like the deep dish. Yeah, they're all good.
That's pizza.
It's pizza.
Have you ever had
Yeah,
a pizza
exactly.
that you don't like? Actually, I have. right? Beats.
Now, do you like Emos, the Provel cheese? Anybody? I like
fine with
the
I
Provel.
very much do.
I do. I like it a lot. Yeah.
You know my analogy about pizza.
Yeah.
I can't say it on air,
Yeah.
but
That's right. I do. It's an alliteration to some degree. All right. We're moving on to question number 8. I feel like we're flying through this bad boy. What Italian coffee drink combines espresso with steamed milk and a touch of foam for that morning pick-me-up? It is a coffee drink. It is a coffee drink. It is a whiskey drink. It is a vodka. No. Nope.
Not a vodka drink.
Not a vodka drink.
or a lager drink.
Could be a whiskey drink if you put whiskey in it, I guess. What Italian coffee drink combines espresso with steamed milk and a touch of foam for a morning pick-me-up? Everybody got answers on the board, Doc?
I think I'm wrong.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm just trying to spell it, but it doesn't matter.
Gotcha. Let's see the boards. We got a cappuccino from Nick and Scott, and a frappuccino from Kelly, and a latte from Brian. Cappuccinos take it.
You sure?
I-
Like,
I-
Frappuccino's the same thing, right?
I'm pretty sure that's like a smush of words, like a frozen.
After I-
Frozen cappuccino.
I was thinking cappuccino,
Yeah.
but I was like, yeah, whatever, let it ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nick's got this one
Frappuccino,
anyway.
cappuccino.
Well, I think a latte is coffee and milk, isn't it? At
It
the end of
is,
the day?
but it's an American. I
Yeah,
think,
but,
American,
but it's regular
Americano
coffee and
even.
milk,
Yeah.
where this is espresso and
Yeah.
No.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
So that being said, I like cappuccino better than coffee, so I should have really got that.
Well, are you talking about the one you get in the gas station machine that is 38% sugar?
No.
Oh,
No, I've
more
gotten
than
like real coffee shop. No, I will get one from the gas station, but yeah, it is a little too much.
It's
too
really
rich.
sweet.
Too rich. Too
Anybody a regular coffee drinker?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I-
make
every
your
day.
own
Yeah, yeah.
every day?
pretty much daily.
Yeah.
And do you make your own at home, or are you a like swing by McDonald's or Starbucks?
make it
or
at home.
Scooters or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Buy good coffee, make it at
A
home.
mix. I'll go to Sax's sometimes.
Yeah, well, but I guess more what I'm asking is, are you getting the caramel macchiatos or whatever, or are you just coffee with some cream or sugar?
I
or
like
whatever?
a large black with 2 sugars. That's how I
Always
roll.
bet on black.
Well, the
I'm oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
French vanilla latte all day. That's all I.
I do like French vanilla.
I remember
I like a mocha a lot.
we were in
especially
Vegas
white
one
one.
time. Scott and I went to Starbucks. This was one of the only times I've ever been to Starbucks. And I was embarrassed that he was my brother because he was in front of me ordering some latte, caramello, blah, blah, blah. I was like, give me a black coffee.
Was there a macchiato in there?
Yeah.
Did he say-
caramel macchiato?
Hold on. Did he say venti?
I don't know what he said, but I was
did.
like, black
I'm gonna
coffee.
punch him. I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch you right now.
Make
kick him
Nancy's
under the
first. I
table.
think he's really thirsty.
Might disconnect the microphone though. No, I like a good, whatever sugary frozen coffee as much as the next person. I am not.
I don't
I
like
love.
cold-
Coffee,
I don't like
but I
iced
am
coffee.
not a daily coffee drinker.
I do not like iced and all that coffee.
I don't mind it.
It's
I
good.
don't like it cold.
It can be good. You kind of got to get used to it.
Some like it hot.
Well done. Nice work. All right. Well, the cappuccino is Italy's answer to a morning ritual, blending robust espresso with creamy steamed milk and a frothy cap. It's a drink that's as much about comfort as it is about flavor. Perfect for starting the day or enjoying a leisurely afternoon. That is question number 8. Where does that score stand, Nick?
All right. We have Kelly and Brian with 4. Scotty has 5. And I have 7.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, you got a little bit of a cushion here.
A little bit.
You puffing that chest a
No,
little
not
bit?
yet. Not yet. Not there's still someone within reach.
Yeah,
all
Scott's
of
the
us.
only one in the room.
That's within
Yeah.
reach. That's it.
I've never felt so happy to be in second place. Really happy about this.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I've shanked many a question,
Oh,
so
that's-
I do not get cocky anymore.
You are the shanker. That's true. All right, moving on to question number 9. We are close to putting Doc out of his misery here. What tubular pasta shape is a favorite for soaking up all the rich sauce and often stars in classic baked dishes like mustacholi?
I
Confident.
was literally writing my
I had a feeling, which is why I put that in there.
I think I'm
appreciate
I'm
that.
confident.
I can tell you it's a small hint, but a mustacholi is a derivative of this pasta.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brian is deep. Kelly is staring me down with his
that's
board
annoying.
ready to go. I'd like the confidence, but it's fading.
It's kind of no. It's just
You read the question.
I'm
Yeah,
a confident
for me one
person,
more
but
time.
I don't know if the answer is correct. So it's false confidence, if you will.
I like that. Actually. It's a tubular pasta, and it's designed for soaking up rich sauces. What tubular pasta is a favorite for soaking up the sauce? and often stars in classic baked pasta dishes like mostaccioli.
There's more than one tubular pasta. That's why I don't like
I
A
know.
lot of tubular pastas. A lot.
Yeah, so I know how you can differentiate.
Oh,
Like I have a couple in my head. How you can say this one over this one.
Okay. I mean, I've done a lot of research
in that
on this.
question. I don't see how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you on
All
that.
right.
All right.
you got it right.
I have
Relax.
no idea.
Relax.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Brian's finishing his answer, and we're going to reveal. Let's
It's not
turn him
right.
over.
It's not right.
We got rigatoni from Nick, manicotti from Scott, cannoli from Kelly, and
not right.
rotini from
the way you
Brian.
said
I was thinking penne.
Penne is the correct answer.
That's what I had. I erased it.
Look up what a rigatoni is. That's what I'd say. You cannot differentiate these questions. You know, you cannot. You cannot. Look up what rigatoni is. I mean, penne, but then you said mostaccioli. I'm like, well,
There is
sometimes a thicker noodle, so maybe it's going rigatoni then.
That sounds like you're fixing some guy named Tony's knee.
You know?
So rigatoni is a type of penne? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not saying I'm saying it's a tubular pasta.
Okay, that's fair.
So is a cannoli.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's a pastry, actually.
Holy cannoli.
Cannoli.
Is it in a tubular pasta
It's in a tubular pastry. A
with
cannoli.
pasta around?
No, it's a dessert.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Just trying to be
I
difficult.
just want to get a point.
So,
Well, point
Scott,
is, Nick's gonna win now. So
You tell me how much different that
I
is
know
than
what
penne.
a rigatoni is, man. I'm telling
look
you.
at this and you look at penne, you will not be able, other than I think penne is cut at an angle.
There you go.
At the end.
There's a difference.
But that was not part of the question.
Mostaccioli is a type of penne. So that would not have gotten the correct answer.
What
which
about-
is why I
it-
went
it-
ahead and
Also
put it
served
in.
at 90% of weddings in the Midwest.
If
I was planning on getting to that.
if mostaccioli is only served with penne, like if that's the set recipe, I give into that, but that's my issue.
Mostaccioli, no, you're mishearing me.
Rigatoni is that's what is in question here.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm
rigatoni.
using mostaccioli as an example. Mostaccioli is a specific type of penne.
Okay.
Rigatoni may or may not be a specific type of penne.
Oh, no,
But
I don't
penne
think it
is
is.
the overarching pasta type
Okay.
that is categorized. We're moving on. No points are awarded.
That's fine.
I do want to point out that I had penne written
had it
down,
written.
and
So
then
did
I
I.
changed
But
it.
mostaccioli made you pivot off of that.
Hey Nick,
Yeah.
do you want me to help you out here?
Sure.
Remember when he asked a question about the circumference of a circle,
yeah.
and I said diameter, and it's circumference, and he gave me that point.
You said
Yes.
perimeter, actually. I
remember
I
that.
said perimeter. Yeah, whatever it was.
Are you working on a perfect game?
No, he's not.
No.
Are you already won?
Yes.
Have you already
Yeah,
won?
it doesn't matter.
We're moving
It
on.
doesn't
I am
matter.
now, yes.
He's just throwing a tantrum over here.
Oh, yes.
I just bad question. That's all.
Well,
with
we
you.
can debate it
Yeah.
another
ahead.
time.
We should have our listeners, write us on that.
Excellent
one.
idea,
Yeah.
especially our Italian list.
I guess we could debate it, but who really cares?
Yeah, I think we lost half of our listeners.
Moving on.
So penne pasta, with its rigid tubular shape, is a champion at capturing and holding on to sauces. Its versatility makes it ideal for baked dishes like penne al forno or mostaccioli.
I thought you were going to say rigatoni.
No, I would have loved to. I wish I could have. Where it soaks up all the flavors beautifully, so every bite is satisfying. Rotini is spirals, if I am correct.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, it sounds
I
right.
just threw one out there. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I hear you. All right, moving on to question number 10. This one will be far less controversial. What is the name of the Italian cured ham that's thinly sliced and often served as a savory appetizer or added to dishes for a burst of flavor? Mr. Charcuterie Board over there better get this right. If he hasn't made a rose with this cured Italian ham.
I know I did not spell that right if I am correct.
That is the most difficult part of this, answering this question.
That's all right. We'll figure it out from there.
So we have some in our fridge upstairs, and I have no idea what it is.
Is that right?
So I'm just writing a wrong answer down.
Brian hasn't picked the board up yet.
Read it one more time.
I don't.
Yeah, we will. What is the name of the Italian cured ham that's thinly sliced and often served as a savory appetizer or added to dishes for a burst of flavor?
I don't remember. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Everybody ready to go? Come on, B. Nope. Very good.
I got nothing.
All
I
right.
don't
B's
know.
handing it up. All right. Let's show the boards. We got Can you just tell me what?
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Okay, we got salami from Scott. And
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Okay.
Question mark.
Yeah, we give those the ones that started with a P get a correct.
Well, his actually started with a B, but we knew
I started that wrote over with the P. And
I made the P a B.
Yes.
We've gone off the rails officially. Yeah. Okay. Well, prosciutto is more than just cured ham. It's a culinary treasure that adds a touch of sophistication to any dish. Its delicate, salty flavor and melt-in-your-mouth texture make it a perfect starter or a delightful addition to a variety of Italian dishes.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those are crazy expensive.
Oh,
and I don't
yeah.
know why they get so expensive.
If it's what I'm thinking of, the curing, like aging process is so long and it takes, like you have to be trained on it. So it's a whole big deal.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah. Well, there's another kind of ham too that is like ultra mega expensive, and I think it's Italian. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's 10, guys. Nick, you want to go ahead and read off who has taken the victory tonight?
Sure. Brian had 4. Scott and Kelly both had 5, and I ended the evening with 8.
All right, Nick's back on the winning side.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Good job, buddy.
That's very good. Was it as painful as you thought coming into it?
Oh, I enjoyed that one.
No.
Good.
Too
I
bad.
like that one.
I think it's every time you host, I think painful. Maybe that's
Well, I'll admit that I have at times gotten a little too carried away with the fluffy language in my questions. I've learned that lesson after the great outdoors. Don't get me wrong. So,
Okay.
we'll zone back in.
I have one gripe.
Okay.
There was not a toasted ravioli question.
Well, that's so local and regional. I don't know
Regional.
that that's Italian.
St. Louis Italian.
Yeah, well, okay. on
It's the hill.
That's true. We do have deep
I
heritage in
kid,
St.
but-
Louis. No, I know. I know. Well, good stuff. Well, thank you very much for playing along. I just want to kind of close it out. You know, this is specifically about Italian cuisine, and I thought about talking about our favorite pasta dishes, but I don't know. That seems a little bland.
boom,
come
ching.
on.
Thank you.
A touche.
Thank you. Anyway, what's your favorite like genre of food? I guess let's just live in that arena. You know,
Ooh.
Mediterranean,
I
French,
can't do that.
Italian, American.
Well, I'm trying to think what has the most
seafood.
variety, like the biggest spectrum of different kind of foods. Or is Italian to me? Pasta is a pasta is a pasta. They have variations, but not a ton.
I love
talked about
Italian,
that,
but you're
right?
right. There is a lot of them that are very
yeah.
But I mean, even Mexican or Spanish
Mexican,
food,
yeah.
it's
No, it's
it's
true.
the same
It's true,
ingredients
too.
in a
True,
different
Just in a
format.
different format.
Oftentimes.
Yeah.
true too. Yeah, that's very true.
I think you say with all of them. Chinese food, you know.
Well, and it doesn't have to be ethnic specific. We do categorize them often by what country Americans
Yes.
think they at least come from. But I mean, we could throw barbecue into the mix.
Yeah.
Seafood.
No, you just won Scott's heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, barbecue is one of the ones I went to initially
Yeah.
because there is a variety.
And it's so
But
regional. It's
yes,
yeah.
and there's different styles of it, different sauces to it.
Cajun?
Cajun? Yeah.
That might be
No.
the answer. I just thought of that.
I'm going with sandwiches.
Just sandwiches.
I dig it.
I thought
actually.
you was-
I can hit all of those in a
Dude,
sandwich.
Yes, you can.
I was thinking the same, like hoagies, subs.
Me, you, and Joey Tribbiani.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Your favorite food?
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
Kelly, I thought you were going to say cereal.
Oh, man, that's a good answer, too.
No,
I literally
not a-
can't keep cereal in my house.
Not a big cereal guy.
Chinese
I
is
used
up
to
there
be.
for me too. Chinese is up there for me too.
Chinese
Love
is up
Chinese
there.
food. Yeah.
Yeah. Sushi. I don't know if that might be too specific. So if you just go Japanese, I guess.
Sandwiches.
That's my favorite food. Scotty, where are you living there, brother?
I mean, I'm just going to answer your original question before you changed it. Chicken Parmesan is
I knew that already. That's why I didn't bother to ask.
It's like one of my favorite things.
It is.
I love
I
chicken
know.
parm too.
I'm assuming it's, an actual Italian dish because that sounds like it could be an American spin on an Italian dish.
It probably is.
Fried
Yeah,
cutlet.
That is also
It's
his
got the
stance.
Parmesan cheese in there, which is a nutty cheese.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will
Thank
throw
you,
out
Pete.
there curveball here. I like German cuisine. I mean, there's certain things I don't, certain German dishes I definitely
Going back
don't
to the
like.
chicken parm, that is also his stance on birds. Once again.
Yeah, I prefer a good.
And
well,
similar to a schnitzel, by the way.
Yes.
but I do
German
like,
food.
I like a lot of German.
I don't know.
cuisine.
German
sausages.
that's like 35 with all the sausage. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just,
The big sausage guy over here. Big
Yeah.
sausage guy.
Okay. That's enough,
Knockwurst, bratwurst, yeah, kielbasa.
And any of the tube-shaped meats, we got it.
That's funny, though, because you go there.
Doctor said I had a piece of sausage lodged in the lining.
But when you visit the concession at the stadium, you come back with hot dogs, not bratwursts.
Yeah, that's true.
You ever tempted to pivot?
No, I just prefer the hot dog there.
I like both.
Oh yeah, I had
That's
hot dogs
tough.
for lunch.
But like I've been to sporting events in Pittsburgh. There, I won't get a hot dog. I'll get a sausage because they have a lot of Polish immigrants there.
Okay.
So you have a really good variety of sausage there. So
Why
we
is
should
this
do
funny? This
we
is
should
so
do a
funny
whole
to me, but-
podcast on stadium cuisines. Like that would be perfect.
Hey, that's
That would
not
be
bad
good.
actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Nick, where are you finalizing your answer there, brother?
So the original question?
Which question?
No,
Italian food?
I mean
Where
you
we
can
at?
if you want.
I don't remember where we left off. My favorite kind of food or favorite Italian?
Yeah,
food?
just favorite category.
Just
of
answer the question so we can hit.
so we can
All
stop.
right, there's not one specific. I can't answer it.
Come on, there's
There's
such a
not.
hedge.
I mean, you talked about barbecue. Yeah, I agree with that. But
All right, barbecue's his answer.
Fine,
That's
done.
what you're
Leave
locked
it.
in on.
Steaks. Steaks.
Well,
as long as it has meat, I don't care.
Not half a steak, a whole steak.
Whole steak.
That's so good the next morning, though.
Italian beef is one of my favorites. I love Italian beef.
Okay.
A good Italian beef. A good Italian beef.
That
Over
tracks for
pork?
you.
Oh yeah,
Over the
pork.
Italian
the
pork
pork.
that
The pork's
Kelly and I make?
fantastic. I do love it. But
Okay. Nice save. I dig it.
Ben Wambacher's grandma used to make a fantastic Italian beef. Oh, so good.
So Italian beef
Thank
over
you.
Philly cheesesteak?
Thank you, Helen.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow, that's his
because I'm not a big onion guy,
Oh, okay.
and most times that comes on.
Philly cheese
So
will
no, I will get it without onions. I do like a good Philly cheesesteak, but
What about that?
probably get a lot of hate for that, not getting the onion though. You know what I mean?
On the Italian beef, the is it called Giardi?
Jardiniere.
Jardiniere.
Is that how you pronounce it? That was Gardena peppers.
No, Jardiniere.
Okay.
Jardiniere.
I always have a problem with that.
You do that on there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic.
Those
Oh,
are
fantastic.
delicious.
Yeah, oh,
Those
yeah.
are
well,
delicious.
the spice level varies, of course, but yeah, awesome. A great ad. All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing along and being good sports about it. That's going to do it for today's episode of the Ultimate Trivia Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, leave us what your favorite food is. Go ahead and drop a comment for us. We'll see you next time with more trivia and more fun. And until then, keep your brains sharp and your bellies laughing.